We're here at Porcupine Wash in Joshua Tree National Park. It's January 5th, a little before 10 o'clock in the morning. We're going to go to the, try to find the Ruby Lee well.
Yep.
Some of the literature says a mill, so I don't know if it was a mill site, but obviously some mining was going on in the area. And we'll see what we find. So from the trailhead there, it looks like you want to go out that way, but we're going to take off this way a little bit. There's an old jeep trail. Instead of going up the main wash, we're going to go up this jeep trail, which is a little to the side of the wash. There's a petroglyph over here we're going to find, and we're going to follow that trail up and then probably come back into the wash later on in the hike. So we're working our way along the edge of the rocks here on the right side of the wash as you're going up it. Got some smoke trees here. They're kind of neat. Oh, here is the petroglyph right behind the smoke trees. So I'm not sure exactly what this means, but it's kind of interesting. Looks like there are some human-like symbols. There's a sun down there. I'm not sure who or when they were made, but I'm sure somebody that knows about that would have a way of authenticating them. So onward up the wash, see if we can find the Ruby Lee well and mill and mining area. So after that petroglyph on the rock here, if you keep following the rocks, the edge of the rocks here, you'll see this little bit of a remnant of the road where they've come through this and they've built up the rocks here. You can see them. So that's the road, and I'm going to go to the right on it just a little bit just to see what it looks like. So this is going up back towards the highway. So that's where the road came in. Why they chose that way rather than going up the wash, I have no idea, but this is the remnant of the Ruby Lee Road. And actually, if you look out there from up here, you can see it. So that's where we're headed, right up that road. You can see it in the distance. Well, the outline of the old road is faint, but you can see it. Although if you just kind of walked across it and didn't really know it was a road, you probably wouldn't realize you're on an old road. So that's looking behind us. It doesn't really look like a road. At this point, it looks a little more road-like. You can see kind of the clearing through the brush where it hasn't regrown really. I think this area was active in the 30s, they said on the sign. 35 maybe. But we're still following the road. Supposedly. Not much evidence of it though. We're down in a little wash here now. Not the main Porcupine Wash by any means. So you come up to this spot after that, you cross that little wash, and there's a small Joshua tree and a fairly good sized boulder. And if you look around, that's the only place that the road can go through. So there's pretty good evidence of it there. Right here. Okay, so that's looking behind us. You cross this wash, you can see some evidence of the road right here. I don't know if these rocks are old or not, somebody's put those on here, but you can see up here where they flattened it out and laid all the, cleared the rubble to the left. It's a little bit washed out in the middle now, but you can see this berm right here has been cleared all the way around this corner. And it goes up on top of this hill. Okay, so that's looking behind us. You can kind of still see the wheel tracks with a few things growing in the middle. Now it goes up this way where Julie is. And it goes straight for a little ways. So you can still see the roadway here where there's not much vegetation. These are in the middle of the road right here. And you can see if you look left and you look right, it's vegetated, and right here it has not regrown. Well, it looks like these rocks have been cleared from side to side here. We're coming into this rocky area. They're going to have to find a way through here. So this is a pretty suspicious looking clearing where they've cleared rocks from side to side. Okay, well, it goes straight towards these rocks. We're going to see if we can find the way through here. Well, it looks like they came as far as they could up here towards the rocks. Now they're going to go straight ahead there until you see that lighter area, and it looks like it turns left. Well, here's the lighter area we were looking at. Now it goes right through this rock opening. It looks like they've built a little support here, little land bridge. A lot of work. So here's the next cut through the rocks. Not necessarily cut, but a clearing. I'm sure they had to roll a couple boulders out of the way. It's scant, but there's more evidence of the clearing. You can see this little wall over here. They've cleared it off to the side. Well, that was a pretty rugged stretch back there, but we're on it. This tree is kind of right in the middle of it. Julie's leading the way. There's a little dugout area. Somebody might have been looking for gold. Another one under here. There's a beaver tail cactus. So that's looking behind us. We came through, the road comes through all those rocks, snakes around, finds the openings. Now we're back out into an open area. A little basin here. No more rocks for a while. I think we've come about 1.5 miles so far. Well, we're starting to get a few more yuccas or Joshua trees. So we must be getting around to 3,000 foot elevation, because that's where they like to grow, above 3,000. And Julie just told me it was 2948 or something like that. So getting close. I'm not going up very steep. A little bit though. And you can see the old road pretty clearly here. Plus a couple set of footprints. So we're almost there. So that's looking behind us. There's quite an area of pretty open, you know, some cactus and not much else. You come to these rocks here, and right after you get past these few rocks, you come to the right. And you'll see, it took us a little while to find it, but you'll see up on the on one of the rocks here is written something. We haven't been over there yet, but you can see it. Julie's heading for it. And you'll see it written. And it also looks like there might be a foundation of something. But you can see on the rocks it says something Ruby Lee, and here it is. There's the rock. It says the Ruby Lee Mill Site 1935. I'll go a little bit closer. And behind me is, here looks like an old trailer. There's a little structure here. I don't know exactly what went on here. It says mill site, but it looks like there was a foundation here doing something. Here's a kind of a winch system with a cable on it. An old hand cranking winch. I think there was a well here, because on some of the things it says well site. There's an old head gasket. Looks like an old part of a broom or some sort of a sweeper. Wash bucket. Don't know if this was a living structure or... Been a lot of fires in here over the years for some reason or other. Somebody's burning in here. So, there's a little bench there for some reason. You know, it looks... Oh, here's a pile of something over here. It looks like there was a little more moisture here than some places for whatever reason. Here are 3 pipes sticking out of the ground. I don't know what it was for. Maybe a support for something, but I can't figure out what. This is just around back behind that little house. And there was a pile of something back here too. Let's go look at that. So this looks like a pile of ore. Where it came from, I don't know. The house is just right over there. You can still see the trailer there. There's supposed to be a mill here, and I don't see evidence of a mill. You'd think it would have been near this ore. If you go on the other side of this, you can tell it's not merely a pile of ore. This has been built, like a base has been constructed. Here's a square corner here, and that's definitely a wall. So I don't know if this was the mine shaft or a well or what. It does seem pretty wet right here, and all this vegetation is here for some reason, which is a little bit unnatural for this area. Well, here's the view from just up above. There's the cabin area. There's a whatever it was, a mine shaft or a well or something. Over the hill there is the main Porcupine Wash. Not over the big hill in the background, but over this rock edge and before the big hill. Well, we continued past Ruby Lee site, and the road kind of comes to this a pretty narrow V-shaped little wash here with big rocks on either side. We're going to see if it comes out of here somehow. Well, we lost the road. It was going up that little V wash, and then all of a sudden it just dead-ended, and there's no sign of it. Our map shows it going forward and then going down into Porcupine Wash, but I don't see where it went. Well, we ended up looking around, finding a wash since we lost the road, which was supposed to be the smoothest way back to the Porcupine Wash. But we are going down a wash, so that's the good news. Doing a little boulder scrambling here and there. Quite a bit actually back there. That's looking behind us. We're just about back to Porcupine Wash here. We did some boulder scrambling for about, oh gosh, I don't know, half mile. And we're just about down there, so that's cool. Well, we're making our way down Porcupine Wash. Got a couple of smoke trees here, a little cave type of thing. This is looking behind us up Porcupine Wash. This is looking down the way we're going. Gets a little more scenic as we get a little further down. Here Here's some more smoke trees in this area. They seem pretty happy here. The wash has been pretty wide up to this point, and straight ahead of us now it gets to be a little more like a canyon when it goes through this little mountain here. Pretty nice going in this wash though, pretty easy. Now we're kind of in the canyon-y part of this. Little scramble there, not too bad. Almost through the canyon. The shadows are starting to get long. It's after 2 o'clock now. The wind is starting to whistle up this canyon. That's looking behind us. It's a fairly long canyon going through here. Real pretty though. Pretty high too. I suppose it's gotta be a couple hundred feet. Well, there's looking back through the smoke trees. They look kind of cool when the sun's behind them. We're coming out of the canyon. It had to be a mile and a half going through that canyon. Seems to go on forever. It's pretty cool though. And so now the wash is fanning out. And we're headed back to the trailhead. Well, we're just about back to the trailhead. It was a fun hike. We found the Ruby Lee site. The way we did it, it was about 9¼ miles, and it took us almost 5 hours. So, thanks for watching the video, and happy hiking.